Bring in now our first guest to discuss Gabbard's nomination and other big topics making news with immigration. Texas Congressman and also chairman of the House Small Business and Committee and also a member of the House Financial Services Committee, Congressman Roger Williams. Welcome into Newsline, sir. It's good to have you.
Good morning. Good to be here. Thank you.
So we are looking at sort of the process up on the Hill there. Tulsi Gabbard moving forward today and out of committee. Do you believe she will get enough votes to become our next Director of National Intelligence, sir?
I absolutely do think she will. I think they all will get. I think President Trump's all his requests are going to get approved. The Democrats are taking their time, but it's all politics, and I believe she'll get approved.
All politics, indeed. Let's talk about DOGE, because there's been a lot of politics on the left talking about Elon Musk, and they're really irate about the work he's doing. He posted on X, sir, that they found FEMA. Of course, that's been under the microscope of what it looks like moving forward. But FEMA, he says, sent $59 million last week to all those luxury hotels in New York City to house the illegals. He says it violated the law, is in gross insubordination to the president's executive order. You know, when you see things like that, as your constituents in Texas know, there's a border battle going on in their backyard, and they've spent a lot of money to fight the illegals coming in.
Well, there's no question. And first of all, Elon is doing a great job. I mean, he's an outside auditor, for crying out loud. I mean, how many people have businesses that have outside auditors come in and check their books and so forth? So he's working at the pleasure of the president. But I will tell you, the things that they're finding are just unbelievable. And you talk about money spent in Texas. We spent a sizable amount of money, huge amount of money, defending our borders when the federal government did not do it. And that's why I have a bill that we filed today to get $11.1 billion back to the state of Texas that we spent, that should have been spent out of the federal government. And it's going to go through, and I hope the president signs it.
It's incredible. That's the Operation Lone Star Reimbursement Act, $11 billion. And, you know, we also watched how the weaponized DOJ was actually suing over those buoys for so long. All of this, now Americans sort of see this, and it seems like with Donald Trump's new approval ratings, Congressman, they are up. People are actually very on board with what he's doing because obviously that's what he's campaigned on. Democrats don't seem to be understanding this, though. There's some disconnect still among members of the party.
Well, there's a huge disconnect, especially when you see how they act when they try to break into buildings now and how they yell at people. Their anger is just unbelievable. But the people spoke November 5th, and President Trump is doing exactly what he said he was going to do. I mean, he's not deviating at all. He said he was going to do everything, even now to where we're going to have plastic straws now. I mean, he's fixing things as they should be and bringing America back. And let me tell you, the world is better when America is the strongest, and we're beginning to get that back. And I think people understand that we are leading again.
Indeed. Yesterday, obviously, the Super Bowl Sunday, but Donald Trump says February 9th has a different meaning. And on Air Force One, he signed the Gulf of America Day. We want to play a little bit of this in case our viewers missed this announcement yesterday.
We're flying right over it right now. So we thought this would be appropriate. Even bigger than the Super Bowl. This is a big thing. And almost everybody now has assented to that.
Attention on board. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please direct your attention out the right side of the aircraft. Air Force One is currently in international waters for the first time in history, flying over the recently renamed Gulf of America. Please enjoy the flight, and we are now about to head westbound to Super Bowl 59.
Wow, you did that well. Make America great again, right? That's what we care about. Okay, here we go. So this is a famous pen now.
Well, there you have it, flying over there and making that little bit of theatrics there, but also very creative. We know Mexico doesn't like this idea, but it really certainly puts into sharp focus, Congressman, where this administration is leaning to. And that really is an America first policy here. And it's undoubtable, every move he makes.
No question. And let me tell you, if America's got to be the strongest militarily, socially, economically, and spiritually in this world, or the world's going to implode. And we saw it almost implode before November 5th, and Americans spoke out, and in a small amount of time, 2 weeks, we're beginning to get the country back. People are understanding that America is going to lead. And I think it's just fantastic what he's done. He's done everything he said he'd do. And that's driving the left crazy. But they are certainly the minority right now. And they're unhinged and unorganized. And we are proceeding on a pathway of greatness to this country.
I know you're on the chairman of the House Small Business Committee. Small business is really the backbone of America, has been hammered under, some of the crazy COVID shutdowns over the years. Many businesses failed to recover. It's interesting, too, with the whole DOGE cleaning up, waste, fraud, and abuse. But there's this story right now that's coming in from the Wall Street Journal. The Department of Homeland Security seeks to deputize IRS officers to help with deportation. I mean, you're in Texas. You know how many people have invaded your border. All those IRS agents that I guess they wanted and voted for could be doing something useful. Yeah. Your reaction to that news coming in right now in this memo to Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary. Hey, right. We need the help.
Well, we do need the help. We don't need the help in the IRS. We need the help at the border. And if you're a patriot and you work for the government, you ought to be able to go from one department to another. And now we're talking about maybe these 67,000 new agents are going to be going to the border, and that'd be a pretty good strength along the border to show the drug cartels that don't be coming over here, and you need to get another way of life. So I think it's great, and we don't have room for them in the IRS. Let's put them somewhere else.
There you go, getting creative again. Donald Trump, on the way back from the Super Bowl last night, Congressman said he's going to tell the Secretary of the U.S. Treasury to stop producing pennies. We know that the penny costs more than a penny to mint. Your reaction to this move here? He says, far too long. We have the truth up. They've minted pennies, which literally cost us more than 2 cents.
Well, I mean, he's a business guy. He looks at the product. If you can charge a margin that makes money, fine. If not, you don't sell that product anymore. And pennies are not worth a cent anymore. They make good ball markers if you're a golfer. But I think it's the right decision. Why should we sell something that doesn't make money?
Exactly. Congressman Roger Williams, pleasure to have you. We'll be tracking your Operation Lone Star Reimbursement Act to see where that falls as well. Good to have you with us, and thank you for joining us today.
Thank you, and God bless.